All right, so when talking about organic search engine optimization, it's important to understand the difference between outbound marketing versus inbound marketing. Outbound marketing, generally perceived as interruptive, unwanted, includes cold calling, email marketing, flyers, etc. And when I do these trainings in person, I usually ask, hey, who has done cold calling in the past? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you love it? People usually don't love to do cold calling. So inbound marketing, it's driven by demand. We all go to search engines such as Google, Bing, and Yahoo to search for what we're looking for, right? And then the conversion is way higher because we can inform ourselves about what's out there, about the best offering. Actually, inbound marketing costs about 60% less per lead than outbound marketing. So hopefully this is a big motivation for you to continue with this training. Let's take a look at the components of inbound marketing. Three major components that we're going to cover throughout this training. Of course, search engine optimization, organic search engine optimization, content marketing, and social media marketing. So we'll dissect and dive deep into these individual components throughout this training. Let me talk to you about the good news and the bad news. Although I think this training is very comprehensive and in-depth and complete, it changes all the time. There's so much more that you could know. It took me about 20 years to get the level where I'm at, and it's an ongoing effort, right? So the good news, you will learn a lot of information. You will know more than most people out there when it comes to organic search engine optimization. But it's simply, you have to educate yourself on a regular basis. So let's take a look at the search engines. When I talk about search engines or Google, I also mean other search engines, but Google is clearly dominating this space on a global scale. So this training primarily addresses on how to optimize for Google searches, but believe me, you're going to be fine when it comes to Bing and Yahoo as well. Here's the link to a great video actually from Google. Every year, Google implements in excess of 500 algorithm updates, improvements, because people are trying to game the system, and Google has to try to prevent from showing those search results that are not the best. So Google will update its algorithm on average 2 to 3 times a day, with some major updates throughout the year. Let's briefly talk about some major updates. And by the way, if you follow this training, you really don't have to worry about these algorithm updates because everything will be done by the book and you're all set. A big update that started to happen last year was the mobile update, also known as Mobile Guardian. Your website has to be optimized for mobile searches. It has to load fast. Google made it clear. If your website is not optimized for mobile, or if it doesn't render well, if it doesn't load fast, you will get downgraded. Another big update was hummingbirds, also associated with a semantic search, where basically Google is getting smarter and smarter. It's understanding words in context. So it was sort of like they took the engine out of the car and replaced it with a new one. So that was the hummingbird update. Another update you probably heard of was Penguin and Panda. One addressed negative backlinks, the other one weak content. So you'll continue to hear about these mainly animal named Google algorithm updates, but you should really not have to worry about them if you follow what we're teaching you in this training. All right, and here are a few blogs that I recommend you read on a regular basis. Again, it changes all the time, so maybe try to take a couple of hours per week to read up on what's going on in the SEO world out there. I'm sure you also heard the terms black hat and white hat SEO. Black hat refers to the techniques where people try to manipulate the search engines. Just stay away from anything black hattish. If you have a bad feeling in your stomach about something that you're going to do online, it's not a good idea. If you actually get penalized by Google, you may end up in their penalty box it could take a year until your website is starting to list well in organic searches. So whatever you do, stay away from black hat search engine optimization. And whatever you do, I recommend you follow Google's Webmaster guidelines. Here's the link to where you can read up on those guidelines. These are basically the rule that will determine on how well your website's going to rank in organic search results on Google. It takes a little bit of time. Don't get discouraged if you're starting to implement an organic search engine optimization strategy. When we work with new customers, we often see that it takes 2, 3, sometimes 4 months, depending on a variety of factors, to get a website up in Google's organic search listings. It's definitely not a sprint like Google AdWords, where you pay for clicks. You get those up there, you will get those clicks probably the very same day. Organic search engine optimization, it truly is a marathon, but it's so worth it, and long term it's a gift that keeps on giving back. All right, let's quickly talk about goals. A goal without a plan is just a wish. I love showing the slides during my trainings. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, the French writer who wrote The Little Prince, he actually stated a goal without a plan is just a wish. And we often talk to customers, they have amazing goals, but then when it comes to execution, the plan is simply not there. So whatever it is that you want to achieve with organic search engine optimization, make sure that you're setting realistic goals and that you're also going to track results. And we'll talk about tracking results in a little bit here. Maybe one of your goals, a realistic goal, would be to search number 1 on Google in the organic search listings for your most important keyword or a variety of your keywords. Maybe a goal has to be that you want to increase organic search traffic from Google, as you can see from this slide here. Or maybe, and probably a goal that many of us would like to achieve, would be increase revenues directly related from organic search traffic. So whatever it is that you'd like to achieve out there with online marketing and organic SEO, it has to be realistic and you have to be able to track it.